Hello, full stack web developer, and welcome to Coding for All, the channel required to become a full stack web developer with practical applications and utilizing free resources. In the last video, we made DrumKit website on which you can make your own music composition using keyboard keys or mouse clicks or even both. So it was a lot of fun. Go and check that out to add another funny thing in your portfolio. So in this video, we will be introducing to the concepts of jQuery and how to incorporate this into your website. So before we start our video formally, like the video and subscribe to the channel so we learn and grow together. Alright guys, now as I told you before, we are going to be introduced to jQuery. That is one of the most popular JavaScript library. Now there's thousands of JavaScript libraries, and I'll tell you what you can see right now how we can make it simpler. So now there's thousands of JavaScript libraries out there. In later modules we are going to be exploring some of these libraries, but none of them have been downloaded as often as jQuery. So why is that? Now the code that you can see right in front of you. So if we break this code down, essentially what it's doing, now just start listening and trust me, you will get bored what I'm going to say now. What it's doing is it's looking inside the entire document and it's querying for all the elements that have selected off button. So all of the HTML button elements, and then we are going to add an event listener that is going to detect for clicks on the button. And when it does get detected, then we are going to run the callback function to again look through the document and query for the selector of H1. And then we are going to change the style, namely the color of that H1 to red, green, yellow, whatever you have written. Like in front of you, I've written green. And we are using a for loop to transverse through all of the buttons on our web page in order to add this event listener and this behavior to all of those buttons. So we wrote this code in our DrumKit, and this is pure JavaScript, and it's actually a little bit crazy if you really think about it. In order to do something relatively simple, why does it require so many lines of code? And who's going to take care of all joy and pain from all this typing? Now you might have in the same situation, but you complain, you moan, but then it's gone. But not for everyone. So this is John, and he was really unhappy with the way that JavaScript worked in web development. He was really frustrated by how unnecessarily complex and lengthy the code had to be. So as most of us probably had that thought and we promptly forgot about it, not this guy. John decided that he was going to write a library that would do exactly the same as all of this JavaScript code. But it was short and sweet. So that was the time when jQuery was born. It's a library. So a bunch of code that somebody else wrote that you can incorporate in your own projects and use to improve your own projects or to make your life simply a lot easier. Now we have come across libraries before. Previously we created websites and we incorporated Bootstrap library in order to be able to incorporate code. So now it really worked to improve our interface. Now what jQuery allowed you to do is to take a line of code, say what you have written in previously, and then transform it into a really simple manner, like you can see right in front of you. So what it exactly does is the same thing that you have seen the long code couple of slides ago. So either you can write document.query selector h1, or for query selector you can simply put the $sign. So which one is better? Option 1, that document.query selector h1, or option 2, $h1. Now I don't think that you should anyway go for the first option there. Otherwise, what is the point of going to jQuery if you are to write such a line of code? So we will be using the dollar symbol for it, and I hope that you all will do that too. Now I'm going to tell you how to incorporate jQuery into our websites. Alright, So enough of how awesome it is. As I've told you, now we are going to incorporate jQuery into our website. And so for that reason, we don't download anything. We will be using CDN. So on something you know as content delivery networks, just in case if you don't remember what the CDN is, I would strongly urge you to just review the playlist of Bootstrap, because that was the time when I introduced this to you. And so the most popular is Google CDN. As we use the Bootstrap to beautify, now we are going to have jQuery to just make the process a lot easier. And the reason we are going with Google CDN is that it will be there and much more faster load rate. So, but the only thing I would suggest is to go with the latest version of jQuery that even I can show you here. So it is Google hosted libraries for jQuery, and this is the latest version that I want you to copy like this. And now there is one challenge for you guys. And the challenge is that I want you to create something similar with a new project named as jQuery, make 3 files, and run the boilerplate. So pause the video, give it a try. So I hope you have tried it. Now, here the next thing is I want you to place the JavaScript as well as the CSS code in it. So pause the video, give it another try. So I hope you did it too. Now let me show you. This is where you will be adding CSS thing, and you will write the same name style dot CSS as it is above. And for JavaScript, I hope you remember that we need to do this. Over here I will write index.js, Ctrl S, so just to see if it's going well or not. So over here I will write body, background color, green, Ctrl S. So if we go here, I will create an alert and I think like that. Ctrl S. So let's see how it goes now. We need to refresh it. There we go. So everything is going perfectly fine here. So we can remove this, we can remove this, Control S, Control S, now where do you need to place that you can say jQuery CDN? So the best place is to add that here. Oh, what is okay, so the easiest thing is, why don't we just beautify? So this is the beautified version. And now the jQuery is already there. So what is the reason behind this? That why have we placed it here, why not somewhere else? Now before that, why don't I show you another thing, that how we can place or how we can do the coloring of it right now. So for that reason, I go here, for example, if I'm going to write dollar, and there's h1 dot css. Over here I will write, I want to, for example, change the color. In which color do I want to give? I want to have it a color of green, for example. Let me see if it goes well. So what's the reason? Because I haven't placed any h1 here, so I need to do that too. For example, if I hello, why don't I beautify it? Hello, beautiful. There we go. Let me see if it goes correct. Oh yes, it is. So now have you seen that how easy it was to give the color? this is what I was trying to say to you. So we are going to be doing all of this code much deeper later on, but now you need to know that we have selected this and just went for a color. Now that's because of the dollar sign. If you remember, is jQuery, as you can see even here in index.js, we have this dollar sign because of jQuery, and that is how easy you can do. Now, if we place this version that we have selected for the jQuery below the index.js, then you'll be able to see that it won't work. And in order that to work, the first reason is that it always moves from top to bottom. So it will move, the first thing it will try to process is index.js. So it heads over here, then it try to make sense, it carry out the instructions, the dollar sign and all that. And obviously when the jQuery is not defined and when it takes out the JS function, it sees dollar sign and he doesn't know that what dollar sign is. And so for that reason, you need to go for a really long process where you need to make a function, and then you can do that. For we are, and it is going well. We have seen the styles are connected, the index.js is connected, and even this jQuery has worked very well, as we have just used this dollar sign as 99% of the people will be using. That's the main reason of using jQuery. And now just let me add some more things, and I want to add button, and over here it will be written click me. Let me see if I did it correctly or not. Yes, I did. And now I want you to just make it a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, one more. 6. That's it. Control this. Okay, perfect. Alright, so now everything is going perfectly fine. We are going to go through all of this code much deeper later on, but now all you need to know is that we are using this to select the H1 on our web page, and we are changing CSS, namely the color property, to green, as you just saw that. And once we refresh it, the color changed to green. The dollar sign shows the jQuery, so this is how you incorporate it. Now I can show you different, methods or different patterns of where we can place this line of code. So if I just make it under the JavaScript code, then make sure that you need to place a callback function, because if you don't do that, it won't run. And trust me, I don't want to show you if I just control X and control V this under the JavaScript file. So that is the reason I'm not going to do that. Now when you come across websites, you will often see this line of code, and it will be always be like this. So when even in coming lessons you'll see jQuery code in the coming lesson, you'll notice that I don't use the callback function. The reason is I always place it over here. Even if I place it over here along with the style sheet, it won't work like that. And so that is the reason this is the best place where you need to place this jQuery thing, where you will do the least amount of work and you'll get the maximum output from it. So for now, I don't want to overburden you because this is a new concept, so just get used to it. So this is the conclusion now for this video. I hope you had a great lecture, a great video, and we'll be continuing the same thing even further. And I hope that you have liked the video, shared the video, and also subscribe to the channel. We'll see each other next week. Until then, bye, full stack web developer.